You already know who is this. I am Carlos, the Colombian guy. Welcome to my YouTube channel once again. And I would like to announce that now we are getting sponsored by Fastest Labs, which is the largest rapid test provider in America. With the Dream Test Strip, there is nothing for you to worry about while you are visiting my country and while you are hanging out and dating girls that look like them. You probably would think that they will never can get you scalped, can get you dropped, and can't rob you. But a lot of foreigners, unfortunately, every year in Colombia, they are victims of girls that look like them. I'm gonna leave at the description of the video a link that you guys can use to get the Fastest Lab products. And if you guys coming from the Colombian guy side, you guys gonna get a special and a nice discount. Now we're gonna speak about this and we're gonna jump in the next journey. Welcome to another episode of my YouTube channel, and today I would like to speak about the current situation between the United States and my beautiful country Colombia. First of all, the president of the United States decided to suspend the visa for Colombian citizens in 2025 because the president of Colombia, Gustavo Petro, he rejected 2 planes of immigrants coming to Colombia from the United States. I would like to clarify, how gonna be the situation with the expats, US expats in town and all of that. So please sit down, get a coffee, get a drink, because this is gonna be, I'm gonna speak the facts for real. So please, let's just say with this. The game is changing a little bit, fellas. This is the reality. Since tomorrow, January 27, the Colombians won't be able to apply for the US visa in town. The applications are temporarily closed. We don't know when it's gonna be open again. And like I said, the situation is looking very tricky. All of this is caused because our president, Gustavo Petro, he rejected 2 plans, but he basically also was claiming for dignity for all the migrants, Colombian immigrants that they sending back home. But I also been hearing, I don't know if it is true or not, because I don't work for the FBI and no part of the government. I can't confirm this, that they also been sending no Colombian citizens into Colombia. What the government was claiming to Donald Trump was just dignity, treat them like as a humans how they are, and also, make sure that they are Colombians, because they won't hold people that they know from the country. I mean, the country is not doing like that great, and have, like a thousand of people coming to the country just right away is gonna impact one way or other the economy of the country. Apparently Donald Trump didn't like that, and he decided just let me just suspend the visa for Colombians, let me just do this, let me just do that, and he did a lot of things against the country. I'm not agree with people going to other country as illegal, because I think they should do the right thing. But fellas, honestly, you can't control actions from people that you love. Same thing I say, I can't control action, from people that I love, from my family, and either for people from my country. We don't have a lot of opportunities like, a lot of first countries in the world, like first world country. We've been known, we've been called as a third world country, but there is a lot of brave people that they just waiting, they expecting just to get one opportunity. Things ain't easy like it seems like it in Colombia, fellas, because like a lot of brothers, when they come in town, a lot of foreigners, they think, things in Colombia are easy, but ain't like that. You gotta work hard, you gotta work for every single penny, and like that gets everywhere. You know what I mean? But a lot of people, a lot of brothers, unfortunately, they get tired of working here, because sometimes it's never enough. The biggest dream is to have a house, building a company in Colombia, but with the money that they make, with the monthly salary, isn't enough. Like I say, Colombians are, like people from water, meaning like they can work everywhere. They ready to go anywhere to work, trying to make the money. But there is also some people that they bad, bad people are everywhere. And for those kind of bad peoples, they've been calling a lot of Colombians, a lot of people from my country, they be calling them like, you know, they commit crimes and stuff like that. And the president was feeling just some type of way. That's the reason why he asked for dignity. Like, don't trade them like, you know, they just are, you know, that they just are no nobody for you guys, because they are people, they are humans, and they also, you know, have some rights. That was all the thing that stayed with all this thing, man. Like I said, it's gonna affect Colombia a lot, and I hope, you know, like this just end quickly, and the both presidents, you know, they can face the problem. Because, I mean, both presidents, they had to defend the people. You know what I mean? Gustavo Petro has to defend Colombians. Donald Trump has to defend people from the United States. At the end of the day, I guess, you know, both presidents, they just trying to do the best things for each country. I like my president. I like Gustavo Petro. And if you don't like it, you know, that's your problem. But I really like my president. I feel like he's doing, and he's trying to do a lot of good things for poor Colombians, which is the majority. Since he's in the charge of being the president of Colombia, I mean, many things that he had done is to benefit the poor people. Even some people, like, they don't like it, they don't see that, they say, oh, you know, he's from the left, he's a bad, you know, he's a communist and stuff like that. Since Gustavo Petro is in the power, I've been hearing like Colombia is gonna turn until like it's gonna turn like Venezuela 2.0, and it's never became like that. They say Colombia the dollar was gonna be like 6 pesos per dollar, like 6 pesos per each dollar, and never the dollar went that high. You know what I mean? At the beginning it was difficult, but then, you know, it's got like you know, we got established again. And Colombia, we're doing a little bit better, you know, it's step by step, but it still is not the country with a lot of opportunities like you guys have back home. You know what I mean? I get that, you know, like a lot of brothers, they just been doing the wrong thing. I mean, going illegal to another country, you know, that's bad from my opinion. That's really bad, but you can control that. You can control that part. And a lot of people, they just trying to do it because it's cheaper. You know, in Colombia, for example, not my experience, but my friend's experience, he applied for the US visa in 2023. They gave him the appointment right when he paid like half of the minimum wage in Colombia back then, maybe 75 of the minimum wage in Colombia, and that back then it was like he paid like 900 pesos, like 800 something pesos, and the minimum wage was like 1.2 or something. So he paid like 75% of the minimum wage just to get the appointment from the embassy of the United States, and it's in Bogota, because we are from Cartagena, and then he got to travel over there. You know, he got to wait 2-3 days, and he don't know if it's gonna be yes or not. It's a lot of requirements. It's a lot of requirements that they ask you for. So that's the reason. And I'm not saying, you know, people, they should just go to the easy way, but it's a lot of requirements, and sometimes people, you know, they don't try to do that because probably it's more pricey. They just rather, you know, just go to Mexico and do what they had to do over there, because it's cheaper. And I have a brother, like, he was telling me, like, bro, you know, why they don't come here, you know, doing the right thing, you know, doing it the right way. I was like, bro, it's more expensive. That's the same reason why a lot of brothers come to Colombia today, like, you know, to hang out with these girls, you know, that they look like they can be top models in the United States, but, you know, they come here because it's cheaper. A lot of brothers can't afford the same woman that they dating in Colombia in the United States. And what's the difference? Because it's more pricey over there. So that's the reason why a lot of people, they just decide to do the easy way. Like I say, I'm not agree with that, because they should do the right thing. And all Colombians that are outside of Colombia and they doing the wrong things, they need to send them back to the country. That's true. That's the reality. You know, I'm not. If they're doing something wrong, I'm not gonna support that just cause I'm Colombian. You know, the reality doesn't fight with anybody, and the reality is just one. But like I said, that's probably the same reason. That's no problem. That's the same reason why a lot of people, they just do the easy way. That's the same reason why, you know, a lot of expats, you know, they come to Colombia to live a luxury life that they can afford living in America. And I get that, I'm not trying to be against, the brothers that I dating, super hot girls and the expat that living here luxury, because I have nothing against nobody. Just put it in a small example, because a lot of people behind the screen, they probably don't understand that part. They don't understand, how hard sometimes is to get a US visa. I never have applied. I'm not even interested in go to the States. Maybe I can go just to see, and then a week later I'm flying back to Colombia. I love so much my country, but that's a reality. There is not a lot of opportunities, like even for you to work. I got surprised sometimes when clients, been telling me like, oh, people that work at McDonald's in America are teenagers. In Colombia, you can find people with lawyers working at McDonald's. Like doctors, people that they trying to become doctors, but they never get a job working at McDonald's. They had 20, they had like 30 years, 4 years, 50 years, 60. They're working at McDonald's. And it's like the opportunities that we miss sometimes is, like the same one that make a lot of brothers, from my country, just go to countries like the US and, trying to make a living. Like I say, some bad apples, they've been ruining Colombian reputation. Colombian reputation is already ruining. There's nothing that we can do about that. Since Pablo was born in Colombia, the whole Colombian history changed forever. Everywhere you go, they would think you had the business, stuff like that. And it's kind of hard, you know what I mean? You need to carry out that reputation everywhere you go, since you are a Colombian. But honestly, fellas, I'm like I say, it's not because I like the president, I'm gonna say this, but I think Trump, he took it too far. He took it too far, from my opinion. That wasn't a reason. That was an easy problem to fix. The president, he already sent a plane to pick up, the people, the Colombian people that got expelled out from America. He already sent the plane to pick them up. We are not in the position to compete, and like get into an argument with America. But all that he was asking was for dignity. And he's right, he got to ask for dignity to his people. After I saw, all this video, how people were getting, expelled out from America, chains and stuff like that, I was like, that's hard, you know what I mean? And if you never experienced that, you might think like, oh, they're doing the right thing, and they doing the right thing. That's the reality. They're doing the right thing to protect the economy, to protect the country. But for us who are Colombian citizens, we see like, it's hard, you know what I mean? And you never will get that feelings because you have never emigrated nowhere. That's the reality. You have never emigrated nowhere. If you never emigrate nowhere, you can feel the pain. Like I say, the people that are, that has left the country to go somewhere else to work, they will know what I'm talking about. I never had emigrate nowhere. Well, my parents emigrated to this city, Cartagena, but it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing because never nowhere feels like home. But sometimes you gotta go and trying to make some opportunity, trying to find opportunities that you won't have back at home. So fellas, I would also like to clarify, because a lot of expats, they might be scared like, oh, I'm gonna get expelled out from Colombia, stuff like that. And let me tell you guys, there is nothing for you guys to worry about. The president already has to speak out. He say he has nothing against Donald Trump. They think different. Ain't everyone think different. Donald Trump, we have people that hate on him, and Donald Trump, we have people that like him. Petro, we have people that like him. Petro, we have people that hate him. It's the same thing. When you're doing something, that you might feel you got the power, you're doing something great, the haters always gonna appear, because that's how life is. You know what I mean? He already said that there is 15,660 Americans that are illegal in the country. They say they better, if they want to stay in the country, they can. That's not a problem. They can. That's not a problem. But they had to fix the problem with immigration. They're not chasing, illegal Americans in town. And probably, people gonna be like surprised, like, why Americans, they're trying to be illegal in that third world country. But But Colombia is a magic place. If you know how to live here, it's a magic place. And the ones that live here that have fell in love with the country, they know what I'm talking about. They know what I'm talking about. Colombia is like, it's like a jacket, that once you put it on, it will give you, like everything you need. If you know how to live here, if you connect with the right people, Colombia can be the right place for you, for real, fellas. So, like I say, if once you get into Colombian culture, it's awesome. Colombians, the great people, majority of the ass. Like I say, you always will find bad people, anywhere. Everywhere you go, you're going to find, bad people. But Colombia, it's a nice and beautiful country, fellas. It's a nice and beautiful country. And I know, there is some brothers that they don't want to leave the country. That's the reality. And like I say, if you are expat, you had nothing to worry about, you can be good. You can be good. Nothing's going to happen to you. The president already said, I won't do the same thing that they've been doing to Colombian citizens over there. I won't do that. And I know he won't, because I know, I've never, been around him, but the way how he talks, they just want peace. And people, they don't get that. Colombia has been through a lot of problems over 70 years, a war that never ends. They're always fighting, stuff like that. So, we don't want to know none about that. Just want to keep doing our thing, just in peace. So if you are, like I say, if you are citizens in town, there is nothing for you to worry about. You can be enjoying the city that you're living in, the apartment that you're living in, the friends that you're hanging out with, the women you're dating with, the food that you're eating. Nothing's going to happen to you, because, that's just the essence that we are. You know what I mean? And just relax, man. Nobody's gonna spell you out. You'll have no problems here. Just if you are it's funny for me to say that, but it's weird, say U.S. citizens being illegals in Colombia, when Colombia is it's a country that opened the doors to everybody, and it's easy to fix this problem. You just go to the immigration office and fix it. Sometimes people they just may forgot or something. But it's not too late just to go and fix a problem that you have over there. You guys are welcome to stay here as much as you guys can. Illegal or legal, we don't care about that. Just come here, man. If you love the country, if you're trying to bring positive things, to the country, you're very welcome to stay here. So that's, fellas, what I wanted to speak about. The things, that I want to clarify, because a lot of people, they were getting, twisted. They think they afraid, it's it's going to be safe for you guys. Things going to be the same, Things going to be, well, who knows, man, who knows? But I guess, a lot of inflation is going to come. Our inflation was really way down. The president, raised up the price really high, and the inflation was really down. We don't know about what's going to happen now, but I hope, they can fix the problem easy and quick, so we can be okay, fellas. And, I wanted to remind you guys, we all the same, fellas. We all the same. We are just, no with blood, but, this world, we are just brothers. And, all this politician problem, shouldn't let you, affect your mind, affect, your thoughts about Colombian and Colombians, because that's the main thing that you should care about and you should be, interesting about, fellas. So just keep doing your thing. I don't know if this is going to increase, the flight price or something, but just keep doing your thing. Come here, like I said, you guys are very welcome. I don't have the keys from the Colombian door, but, I'm the Colombian guy. It's always going to welcome you guys to the country. If you're trying to busy, hang out, do whatever you want, you guys are more welcome than that. So like I say, that was all fellas. I wanted to bring you guys tonight. So that was that's the recent situation, the current situation in the town. American travelers can be coming here. That's not a problem. Expats, they can be living here. That's not a problem. The ones that they haven't fixed the situations with the immigration, please go over there, that you won't be expelled out in majority of the case. President already has to speak. You guys are welcome. So see you soon, guys, on the next video. This was the Colombian guy.